Hi guys, we're looking at your 1.1 one-step equation homework from Khan Academy. So we've got one step using multiplication and division. We're gonna go ahead and use this draw feature that's in Khan Academy. And before we jump in, I'm gonna go ahead and copy and paste our notes from class on what the steps were, what the process is of what's happening when we're solving an equation. All right, and we want inverse. Change that to inverse. All right, so we've got our steps over here off to the side. We're going to use that to solve this problem. So we've got 2 equals n divided by 3. All right, so we've got 2 equals n divided by 3. Looking at this, honestly, it kind of bothers me. I want to point out that equations are what's called commutative. So we can flip them to say n over 3 equals 2. We can flip the order as long as we're not changing any of the signs. That's fine. So if we prefer having the variable on the left, which for our class we kind of do, you can absolutely flip the equation and solve. But in case we didn't know how to do that, we're going to go through this problem. But pointing that out, it's another option. So what were our steps? Our first step is to always draw a line through the equal sign, right? We're separating the left from the right side of our equation. And then also, just like with housekeeping, setting this up, we want our final answer to end up being n equals blah, blah. All right, number 2, identify what is preventing our variable from being isolated. So we want to first figure out where is our variable, what's our unknown, and we see we've got this n here. So we're going to go ahead and circle, highlight this n, and our goal is to get n all by itself. Now looking at this problem, we're asking ourselves, is n already by itself? And looking at it, no, we've got this 3 here. We're like, excuse me, you're not supposed to be here. We got to kick you out. We got to move to the other side. And we're thinking, how can we move this 3? We got to get rid of it. We want to move it to the other side. So remember, this is where our inverse operations come into play. So inverse operation is just the opposite operation of what's happening. So looking at this, we've got n divided by 3, right? Divided by, it's division. So inverse of division is going to be multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. Again, remember the reason why we have to do it to both sides of our equation is to make sure our equation stays balanced, like imagining like a scale. Got to stay balanced. So we have to do what we do to one side of the equation, we have to do to the other when we're moving something over. 3 divided by 3, they cancel, they're gone. We'll get n equals 3 times 2 is 6. And again, that last step, you can just flip the order if that bothers you, but n is going to equal 6. All right, we would have gotten the same answer if we initially flipped the equation, just multiply both sides by 3. We'll get n equals positive 6. For our class and for my own personal preference, I like having the variable on the left of the equation. And as we move on to 1.2, we'll be really focusing, like honing in on that, always having our variable on the left. So make sure in the future, we want to eventually lean towards this step of flipping it in the beginning, but just pointing it out, showing in this video, you get the same answer, so it doesn't end up really mattering. All right, so let's plug that in. N equals positive 6. Let's double check. Yep. All right, go ahead and continue working on this. I'd recommend skimming back in this video where we had the notes and the work shown, pausing on that. You can have that open while you finish your homework. All right, good luck. Remember, any questions, email, text, let me know. Bye.